Hi DK, this is the tutorial. Hi DK, this is for the iMovie. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open up iMovie. And it's gonna come up, ask us to create a project. Go ahead and click create. I just put mine on the desktop. It doesn't really matter where you put it, and make sure the video format is HDV 1080i. Click create, and it created the project file right there on my desktop. Okay, so here we are in iMovie. I'm just going to quickly drag in a photo. Okay, and yeah, that's where I'll start. As you can see, when you drag in photos, you can drag in videos right there too, but when you drag in a photo, it comes up with this red bar right here. And what this is doing is it's rendering, I guess it has to finish rendering, but it's rendering like a Ken Burns effect, where it starts out zoomed out and it'll zoom in, or it'll start in zooming in and zoomed out. I'll show you once it's done rendering right here. It will kind of zoom in the photo. Now sometimes that's nice, but sometimes you have a face right here that you don't want to get cut off. The way you can stop that is you can go into Media, Photos. Well, first you have to drag it to our timeline. Media, Photos, show photo settings right there. And then this is where you can affect the Ken Burn. And you can just turn it off. And I'm just going to click update, and now it's turned off. Okay, anyway, here's our first clip, and this is what the better feature is this is just a clip right here, but you can go into timeline, and here's our timeline. Hooray. Okay. So I don't know why we'd want a 36 second photo. So I'm just going to go ahead and go 6 seconds, and the way you crop is you select the item that you want to crop, and you got to scroll over your playhead, right click, split video at playhead, and now you have 2 video clips. Now our project duration is 6 seconds. Okay, so that's all good, and for just media in this project, I'm just going to go ahead and copy it. So I have more than one thing in here. The way you add music is instead of dragging it up here, you have to drag it directly to the timeline, or that's if you know where it is in the Finder. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there because it was on the desktop, or it can be located in Finder. Another easy way to get music is you can go into Media and go to Audio. And here's GarageBand, but you can go into iTunes right here, and it even has your playlist. So if I go into new stuff, I mean, it has all my music right there, and I just drag and drop if I wanted to. Okay, also with photos, you can do the exact same thing. Just drag a photo right onto the timeline if I wanted to. And once again, this is going to copy it to my project file. So even if I deleted it here, it would still be in my project. Okay, anyway, I'll go ahead and get rid of this bar right here zooms your timeline out so you can see what's going on. Another feature is in that photo settings. If you clicked on your photo, then you can also affect the length of it. That's what our problem was, 36 seconds. Go ahead, go down to 6 seconds or 5, update. Here's a really awesome feature when you're working with photos. You select all your photos and do that, and let's say, oh, I want in 10 seconds, update. Updates all your photos. But I'm going to go ahead and put it back to maybe 5, update. Okay, that's a really quick, easy way to fix your slideshow. But video works the exact same way, except for it won't have the video it won't have the show photo settings. You just drag and drop the video from your clips section. Okay, editing. Here we go. Titles. I would work on your titles first. Oh no, I take that back. Sorry, I'd work on your transitions first. And what you can do is you can specifically add cross dissolve right between the two, and it's going to show a little render bar right there. If I zoom in, there's our bar. Okay, and now it's gonna look like something like that, which is really nice, but okay, that's pretty cool. And also you can click on the effect, take the speed, and say I want it for 6 seconds, okay? And it's gonna show you a preview before you do it, but you can click update. And now it updated my project to fade in for 5 seconds, but that's going to take forever, so I'm just going to undo that. Okay, video effects. You can do this for some of your stuff. This works for video too, as long as photos. It's going to show you whatever is selected right here is going to show you the preview for. So if you want to select all your video, it's Command A. My bad. It's Command A like that. And that selects all your videos, or you can just click over here where your video isn't and drag over to select them all, and then you can click on black and white and apply. Or you can individually select something to make black and white. Here's a really cool feature. If you right click any clip that you affected with video effects, you can go to revert to original clip. Click it, and now it's undone. The only problem is that undoes all the effects, so if you have more than one, then it's going to take them all off. Anyway, that's a really cool way to add black and white to your project. Now with transitions, once again, you can just add them between, and you can do that anytime you want. Here's the reason why I said to put transitions first, is when you go to titles and you say, let's say I want music video, okay, and I type Tony Turgeson, okay, and click. You can kind of just, I forget how you click update. You can change the color and just play around until it's done updating, but there we go. It shows Tony Turgeson now, and I can take this over black icon off, and that puts it over my video. Okay. You can take the speed, and I want maybe that's kind of like the duration, and I'll want it, let's say, right here. Okay. Here's the reason why I say add the transitions first. If I click add right there, it got rid of my transition. Technically, no, it didn't. It still is going to show my transition, but now I can't go back and change my transition. It over-rendered, I guess is what you could say. It's still going to show my transition, see? But there's no separating part to change it. That's why I would say do your transitions first. And so now if I take a look at my project,
they say if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. I say if you got you $2, then come through to my party, but get bent before you come, cause for that liquor I'll be charging. And take down these directions, it's right past that intersection, make a...
Okay, that's pretty cool, but here's the problem, is now our music is way too long. So what we're going to do is take the timeline to where we want it, click on it, and then scroll back. You have to select it, scroll back up here, right click, split selected audio clip. If you see that, split selected clip, or it said audio, but now you can just delete the second part. And there we go. Something that you're going to want to note, I believe you can do it right here. It says show clip volume levels. You're going to love this. Alright, so here we go. Is that little level right there is the volume level. So if we wanted to fade something out, we'd just click to make a little dot and click at the end. And you can see, you can't really see if it's purple, but right there's a second dot to see how long I want it. And so, same right here. You can have it fade out for a while. And so if we just start up here and fade down, now our audio fades out.
Take down these directions, it's right past that intersection.
Like that. And if we added a fade effect also, like fade out. Oh, we don't want it 512. Let's go like 2 seconds, fade out. And then you can either drag and drop or you can apply it too. But there we go. And so now our audio and our video is going to fade out. Likewise, you can do a fade in like that. And you'll just kind of have to play around. Once again, it's right click, show clip volume levels. And I believe when you have a video, it will show the video audio levels too. So yeah, right there. Now everything fades out. Okay, so now when we have our project perfectly how we want it, we're gonna need to export it so we can upload it to YouTube or whatever. All right, so we go to share, and we're gonna go QuickTime. And it's going to come up with this dialog that goes to QuickTime. Now, I'd love to go to just full quality, and you can. When you click share, it's going to export it as a .mov though. That's going to be a bigger file, but it still will upload to YouTube and everything. What is more convenient, in my opinion, is if we get that dialog box up again, and go to export settings. You only have to do this once, just for the first time. Export settings, share, and here's what we're gonna do. Is normally it's gonna export it as like a QuickTime movie. That's .mov, and what we want is we want an MP or like an MP4 or M4V, and what I would say is click on Movie to Apple TV. This is one of the best exports, I think, because it's going to export as a .m4v. Now, an M4V is just like an MP4, but if you see this chapters logo right here, or chapters button, is you can add chapters. I don't really think this is you would use this, but you can add a marker if you wanted to, and add another marker. So if it's a long movie, and like on a DVD, it's going to put like the chapter 1 right there, chapter 2 between there, and chapter 3 on there. And that's what the MP4 is going to pick up. That's the only difference between MP4 and M4V and MP4. It's still going to be a reduced file size with really good quality. YouTube's still going to accept it, so I would say use that. And you're going to click share, and I have it set as desktop. You can expand these settings to pick exactly where you want. And I'm just going to click save. And it's going to export right onto my desktop. Likes to take a while. It's amazing for a 15-second clip. It takes like 30 seconds to export. Alright, and an export is My Great Movie right there. If I go to view it,
they say if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. I say if you got you $2, then come through to my party, but get bent before you come, cause for that liquor I'll be charging. And take down these directions, it's right past that intersection.
And there we have it. And if we right click, get info, it's only 7.8 MB. And that's really small. If we export it as QuickTime, it would probably be 100 or 150. So that's why I like M4V. And there we have it. We can go ahead and save it. And that's about all about iMovie.